Good evening, Philippines. Good afternoon, Middle East, and good morning, the Americas. We are back here at AMN Academy for our twice a month free lectures on the various English examinations that are accepted for your US visa screen and license endorsement. What are these examinations? There's IELTS, OET, and PTE. But for tonight, we are going to focus on the writing subtest. Later, Sir Brian Martin Shawson, our instructor, who got perfect 9.0 in IELTS writing and perfect 90 over 90 in PTE writing, is going to do an on the spot PTE writing. You heard me right, on the spot. Nothing is prepared, nothing is templated because Sir Brian is going to do it on the spot. So we're encouraging everyone who has plans of going to the United States of America to join our free lecture for tonight. Now, if you know anyone whom you think is going to benefit from this free lecture, please make sure to tag your friends, because what is 9.09er known for? Every time we do a Facebook live session, we give away something for free. It could be a free review, free one-on-one coaching, or it could be the free access to our AI-powered mock examinations. While I share the link to various group chats, I'll turn you over to Sir Brian for an overview of PTE writing. But first, Sir Brian, let's know perhaps where our live viewers are watching us for tonight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this lesson today here at AMN's um, uh, weekly Facebook Live. And we have some people watching us from across the planet. So let me know where you're from, guys, and just comment down the comments section where you are from so we can possibly address you guys better. And today we are going to be talking about the writing component of the PTE. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the writing test of the PTE, which is not any different from other English exams. It's relatively familiar, and maybe we could also, towards the end of this lesson, talk about how you're going to construct your PTE essays for you to be able to get a better result on test day. Okay, so we have some people from various countries. So Joycelyn is from Ghana, and then we have Mauritia, who is from Uganda, and then we do have a few other people from other countries as well. Do we have some people from the Philippines as well? Yeah, post your location down the comments section and invite your friends as well to join this meeting, because we have some exciting lessons and content that you will benefit from. So we have some people from the Middle East. So Majang is from Riyadh. Okay. And then Rhonda is from England. Can you imagine? So we are all over. We are being broadcast all over the world right now. So we have some people from the Philippines, Qatar, so every place. Thank you so much. And let's start with a very quick overview of what the writing component is. Don't you know that in the PTE there are only 3 exams or 3 subtests? Kind of strange, right? Because in most exams you have 4 subtests: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. But for the PTE, you only have 3 sections. Writing and speaking would be combined, and then you also have your reading test, and then you have your listening examination towards the end. And what makes it very special is that your speaking examination is combined with your writing test, which is the one that we're going to be talking about for today. There are only 2 writing components that you will be provided in the test, although we are going to be concentrating more on the second aspect compared to the first one. The first one is going to be summarize written text, and the next one will be your write essay. And I guess a lot of you are finding it very difficult to get a good score in the in the right essay component of your PTE. So that's the one that we're going to be talking about for today's discussion. And you guys probably already know exactly what the PTE writing examination is, especially for those who have been following AMN for some time or who are current applicants of the of AMN. possibly you already know what the PTE is. So today, I'm not going to be discussing to you the test format, like how many words you're going to write and all that. We are instead going to have a short quiz. Is that fun? So we're going to talk about certain aspects of the PTE through a mini quiz. So there are just 5 items. So are you ready, guys? I'm going to just be presenting right now, sharing my slides. Okay, hold on a second. All right, so it's quiz time for you guys, and yeah, you can just join and definitely can invite your friends as well. Um, we are going to have a very quick drill, right? So um possibly we can facilitate this together, Sir Irvin. This is going to
Sure.
be fun for our attendees for tonight. Okay, so let's start with the first slide. Okay, so let me just share my screen right here. Oh, Sir Irvin has something to say.
Well, I just finished sharing the link to various group chats and hoping that we can have more live attendees for tonight's Facebook Live session. Right now, we have 91 live viewers on Facebook. So if you know anyone who is not really doing anything tonight, tag your friends so that they can join our Facebook Live session. By the way, if you are based in the Philippines, 9.09er is the official reseller for PTE examination. 230 US dollars if you do the mathematics right now, because US dollars is getting stronger as compared to Philippine pesos. Right now, PTE exam would amount to around 13,400 pesos because of the stronger US dollars. Fortunately, guys, even if you're not a Niner reviewee, you get to enjoy a discounted PTE exam fee if you ask 9.09er to process the PTE exam registration for you. We offer it at a much discounted price of 12,300 pesos. So, if you are looking for a discount for your PTE examination and you're taking it in the Philippines, all you have to do is to message 9.09er English or me personally, Irvin Neil Temporal. So, Sir Brian, perhaps we can start with our quiz for tonight.
Okay, the mechanics of this quiz are pretty easy. Just answer. So post your answer down the comments section. We have several types of questions in our quiz. We have some true or false or yes or no questions. We also have multiple choice questions and just a few other types of questions in there as well. All right, so let's get started with the first item. Okay, so item number one is this. Okay, yes or no. It's just a yes or no question. Okay, so yes or no. You need to write between 200 and 300 words in PTE writing. Possibly this is for the essay writing component. So is this a yes or a no? So post your answers down the comments section.
Guys, remember that we are giving away a prize for tonight. So please make sure to participate. Again, comment either yes or no. We'll be monitoring the comment section and later we are going to announce the lucky winner. However, depending on the number of active live viewers for tonight, we might be giving more than one. So we need you to tag as many friends as you can because the number of winners for tonight will depend on the number of active live viewers. I guess they're already responding, Sir Brian. So what's the answer to this question?
The correct answer is certainly yes. Okay. Um yeah, so most of you are correct. Yeah. So we are highlighting a few of the correct answers right here. Actually, in the PTE, it's kind of different from other exams because other English exams will have only a minimum number of words. For example, for the IELTS, you're supposed to write 250 words minimum. That means to say that you can't write an underlength piece, but you can get over like 300 or 320 if you want to, if you have time. But for the PTE, it's between 200 and 300 words. You get marked down for writing below or beyond the minimum number of words or the recommended number of words that you're supposed to write for the PTE. So, yes, is the answer to that question. All right,
Sir
so
Brian,
let's jump. Yes,
I have a question.
sure, sir.
Now that you've mentioned that IELTS candidates are supposed to write minimum of 250 words for their essay writing component, and in PTE, minimum of 200 and maximum of 300. Is there a difference between the two examinations when it comes to the time limit?
Yes. So this is actually the one that can definitely give you a challenge in the test, because the test format is rather familiar for the great majority of candidates who are taking the PTE, but the time limit is so challenging, because for the IELTS, normally or ideally you'll have around 40 minutes to work on your 250 word essay, and I think that's just enough time for you to be able to compose one. But for the PTE, unfortunately, your 200 to 300 word essay is something that you have to accomplish in the span only of 20 minutes. And that's why a lot of people are relying on hacks, which I'm going to be talking about later. But the truth here is you have to really prepare, because if you don't prepare, there's a very bleak chance that you're going to finish your essay within 20 minutes. That's just so short a time. You're pressed for time when you're working on your PTE writing test.
Okay, perhaps we can move on to our next item.
Okay, item number two. Pretty easy. I think Sir Irvin can possibly ask the question to you guys.
Great. Now let's take a look at. I need my glasses. Okay. It says the PTE writing test results are delivered within 1 week after the test. I
Mhm.
repeat, true or false, use the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. Get our attention because later we'll be identifying lucky winner or lucky winners. The PTE writing test results are delivered within 1 week after taking the test. Let's take a look at your responses.
Will it take 7 days to get your results for writing?
So far, we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven reviewees or seven examinees who responded true. Do we have anyone who thinks it's false? True, true, true. Okay. Before we answer this question, let's ask Coach Brian because Coach Brian himself took the PTE exam. So back then, when there were fewer candidates taking the PTE, after how many hours or after how many days were you able to receive your PTE result, Sir Brian?
Actually, it didn't take an hour because I stepped out of the room and the results were there. I received a notification that the results are out. So, it's super fast. Like, I didn't have to wait. I didn't see my results because I had a difficult time connecting to the internet. It's 20 something back then. 5G was not yet invented. So, it took some time before I was able to check the results from the website. But I received already an email just stepping out and connecting to the internet that I have already been able to get my results. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, back then, 9 years ago, the common joke for candidates taking the PTE examination, apparently the examination is on the 20th floor. So when you go out of the computer lab and you take the lift or the elevator going all the way down to the ground floor, when you reach the ground floor and you open your email, voila, you already get to know your PTE results. But because PTE's popularity skyrocketed, especially in the last 2 years, sometimes the results are released within 24 hours. However, there's a tendency for the result to be released maximum of 5 days, depending on how many people are taking the test worldwide. So, yes, you are correct when you say that the answer is true. And if you're going to compare this with other, well, it's true in a sense that it is actually released within 1 to 5 days, but never 7 days. Okay, let's clarify that one. Will you please explain it further, Coach Brian?
oh yeah. So the question is, do you get it 1 week after? No, that's not going to happen. Not after 7 days. The maximum is 5 days. So within 1 to 5 days, but normally you get it in just a few hours. And actually, according to surveys, and this is something that we have learned recently from attending the seminar of PTE, the average turnaround time, at least for the year 2023, is 48 hours. So you should not be receiving your test results, 3 or 4 days after taking the test, because the normal turnaround time is 48 hours. So unless there's a problem, your results will be out in just maybe 2 days max. But the normally, again, within a few hours or within the day.
Sir Brian, before we move on to the next question, because we're talking about the online results here, do PTE candidates receive a hard copy, or in the first place, do they need to submit a hard copy of the results to the requiring institution?
Wow, that's a great question, because most other exams would require like a hard copy of your test results. But for the PTE, since everything is computer delivered, computer assessed, and digitized, you have your results available online. And fortunately, all of the agencies or institutions where you're applying also have access to your test results by just typing your test ID. So you just have to basically send them your PDF version of your test or your test ID, and they can search it for you. Which also brings me to another point. The test is so secure, and don't even bother trying to submit the fake PTE test result, because all of the accepting institutions would have their own access to the system, and they would be able to verify whether your results are legitimate or not.
So, guys, we have learned two details for tonight. Let's move on to the next item. And after this, we proceed to the on the spot PTE writing of Sir Brian.
Okay, here's the second part. And yep, this is an exciting question, kind of tough. What is the most important aspect of PTE's write essay? Is it letter A, written discourse, letter B, content, letter C, grammar, or letter D, vocabulary? You can just put, you know, the letter. Is it A, B, C, or D? What do you think is the most important aspect of the PTE's write essay component, which we're going to be talking about in a few? Mm-hmm.
There's
What do you
just a
think?
slight delay between StreamYard and Facebook. So sometimes while we are still talking, the candidates have just heard of the question. So now, so far, we have three responses, and consistently, the first one, two, three, four, the first four live viewers responded A, but we have
Mm-hmm.
another live viewer who chose B. Do we
Mm.
have anyone picking C or D? Okay. Almond says all, and Mel says C. So
Mm-hmm.
interesting because no one has chosen D yet. We have nearly 110 live viewers, but
Wow.
which response is correct, Sir Brian?
Okay. We will now reveal the answer, and the answer is letter B. Wow. Very good to those people who chose letter B. You know why? Okay. All of these are definitely important when it comes to your write essay component. However, letter B is actually super important, because if your content is disconnected from the question, then the computer will not proceed with the marking of your response. It means to say, for that exam, you get zero. So nothing will be graded, no grammar, no vocabulary, no written discourse will be assessed if the content is so far away from the topic. And I think we have actually mentioned this a while ago. And I want to touch on that a little bit just before we start with the actual essay writing activity. It is very important that you provide authentic or original content, because if you just copy from some source, or you're using a template which is not even related to the question, it's going to actually work against your favor, because the computer will definitely recognize that. And according to our last seminar for PTE, now all of the test submissions are being compared against millions of other responses. And if they see a match, then automatically your grade will be zero for that particular aspect. So can you imagine? A lot of people are getting low scores right now, and that's not because they're not good in English or they're incapable of getting a good result, but because they're using hacks which are being detected by the PTE. So careful with that when you're doing your test.
So, Sir Brian, I have a question. How
Mm-hmm.
come some people hear YouTubers or TikTokers or vloggers saying that using PTE template is effective? Maybe they should check the date, like the year the
Mm-hmm.
video was
Mm-hmm.
released. Maybe that video was released in 2015. What do you think of
Mm-hmm.
these vloggers or TikTokers or YouTubers saying that in PTE, templates are enough to pass the writing and speaking subtest?
Well, I totally understand where they're coming from and why a lot of people believe them because for a time, I need to be very honest with this and transparent. For a time, they did work because the AI system of the PTE was not yet as sophisticated and it was in the state of learning from all of the responses. These kinds of answers were able to get good scores before, but right now they have a very robust system and it's so advanced that if you would notice in your test results right now, there has been a change in how you're scored. If you're going to look at your score, there are no more communicative components, there are no more enabling components, and instead of the enabling components, you will actually get there your skills profile. And it's very specific to every candidate. When you read the skills profile, it will tell you exactly what you did wrong in your exam and why you didn't get a good score. And most of the candidates who flunk the test right now, and need to be transparent about this because we get to see some of the results as well, being an official partner and a reseller of PTE, is if they get low scores, I usually see in the skills profile that they did not produce original content. So there's a suggestion on writing more original text or speech. And if you see something like that, it means to say that what you're saying during the test or what you said during your attempt were all just templated. And possibly the AI was able to detect all of those.
So good thing that AMN Healthcare International sponsors the review of their nurses going to the United States of America. So if you qualify for the PTE review sponsorship and PTE exam sponsorship of AMN Healthcare International, then you get to prepare for the exam without paying a single centavo, and you get to take the test for free. So you don't have to worry about templates anymore because when you are sent over to 9.09er English for your PTE review, we are going to give you an idea on how to come up with an essay that meets the standard of the PTE AI. Not only that, we offer daily one on one coaching from Monday to Sunday to ensure that there is also a human who evaluates the quality of your output. Yes, we have AI powered mock exams, but sometimes some people, when they learn, they want to ask a human being, they want to talk to a human being. So, what 9.09er English is doing is providing support in all possible levels. One on one coaching with a human being and AI powered mock examinations, plus the nightly lectures from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So, if in case you are still looking for an agency that will help you go to the United States of America, AMN Healthcare International is a message away. Sir Ryan, can we move on to the next item, please?
Certainly. Right. This is getting exciting. Like people are getting confused. Okay, so part three, and this is actually the last part of our quiz for tonight. All right, this one's easy. What are the two writing components of the PTE? All right, what are the two writing components of the PTE?
So we are done with true or false. We are done with multiple choice. Now you are required to provide two answers. What are the two components of PTE writing? If for OET, there's such thing as referral letter writing. In IELTS, there's statistical writing and essay writing. What about PTE? What are the two components of PTE writing? I'm certain that some of you have already started your PTE preparation. So let's check if you remember the lessons from your 9.09er English instructors.
You can
So
write the
far,
acronym if you want.
the first to respond is Mel, and she says essay writing and summarize written text. Brenda also responded, it's essay and SWT, the abbreviated form.
Mm,
Whereas Nini pertained to, or Rhonda and the other candidates pertain to the other subtests. Right now, we're focusing on the writing
writing.
subtest. And Mel and Brenda are actually correct. The first one is essay writing, and the second one is summarize written text. But let me ask Coach Brian, in the actual examination, can they write an essay first and then move on to summarize written text, or it's always summarize written text that comes first?
What's exciting about the PTE is that everything will come in order, so everything is predictable if you prepared for your test. And the first one that's going to come out is usually summarize written text. Sometimes you get one, sometimes you get two, at times you get three if you're unlucky. And then after that, you get your right essay, and there can be one or two items for right essay. So it's super predictable if you have already prepared for the test, and you will not experience any sort of panic when the questions are coming at you in random order. It's not going to be like that. So there's a very structured and organized pattern that you will follow when you're taking the PTE. All right. But I also need to tell you guys, in my belief, there are three components for writing. The first one is summarize writing text. Second one is write essay. And for me, having examined the examination so many times, summarize spoken text is so close to these two that I believe it should be part of the writing test. Summarize spoken text is like read the lecture. You will listen to a recording and you will have to summarize what you've heard. I feel it's more of a productive skill, just like write essay or summarize written text, and it's going to contribute as well to your writing score. So prepare for that. That's hard as well.
Okay, I guess that's the end of our quiz.
Yep. So, are you guys ready for the next chapter of our discussion? I'm not sure if I'm ready, sir.
Now we still have roughly 90 to 100 live viewers, and let's move on to the main topic for tonight after the quiz, and that's on the spot PTE writing. Let's hear it from the candidates. Guys, is there a particular topic that you want Sir Brian to write about? We are not sure if Sir Brian has randomly selected a writing question. And if this is not your first time to join us for our Facebook Live session, you should have known that in the last 4 years of doing Facebook Live sessions, Sir Brian always writes an essay on the spot. But who knows, it might be your first time to join us for tonight. Do you have a specific topic in mind that you'd like Sir Brian to write about? Let's
Now
see.
that's
But while
fun.
mhm, while waiting for them to think of a topic that Sir Brian is going to write about, Sir Brian, which platform are you going to use? Are you going to use Microsoft Word? Are you going to use a
Yeah,
Notepad?
yeah, just Microsoft Word, I guess. So we're just going to screen share. There you go. Amazing. And this is going to be typed live like that.
Sir Brian, while you're thinking of a topic, I'm curious. Even if the candidates are not going to take PTE, like they're planning to take TOEFL or they're planning to take IELTS or MET, can they
Mhm.
still stay and watch the on the spot writing?
Oh, certainly, because there are a lot of exams that require you to write an essay. IELTS is one of those, and then TOEFL, independent writing, is also identical. So there are so many exams in which you're supposed to write an essay. Probably there are just slight differences in the test format or in the number of words required, but you can stay because you're going to learn a thing or two on how you're going to expedite the process of your writing.
So far, Miss Brenda responded, and she would like Sir Brian to write anything about technology.
Hmm. That's a very interesting um, topic. Okay, right. Let's think of a technology question. Let me see. Okay, so let me just look for a question about technology. Technology is actually a very common topic, not only in the PTE, but also in various other, examinations. Okay, so um, yeah, here you go. Probably we can talk about various aspects of technology. We have AI, we have social media. What else do we have? We have like gadgets and all that. All right, so maybe we can talk about something. Uh, yeah, let me or AI. Nini is saying something about AI. Okay, fine. All right, so let's pick a question about AI. All right, here's the question. Automation and artificial intelligence are rapidly changing the landscape of work. Some experts predict that these technologies will lead to significant job displacement. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? Give your opinion. Okay, a very controversial topic, I would have to say. Okay, so what do you think, guys? Do you think we will be replaced by AI? I would want to rephrase this, not just significant job displacement, will replace human labor completely in the future. There you go. It's strongly worded this time. Okay. So, what do you think? Do you think that all of us will be jobless in a few years because of AI? What is your opinion about this? Okay, so post your opinion down the comment section. Do you agree or do you disagree with this statement? And some people are undecided, like, oh, I don't know. All right. So some people agree, yeah, like no more human labor in the future. Like a lot of people will be displaced because of AI.
So far, Joyce Celine
Then,
responded, I agree. What about the
mhm.
others? We have close to 100 live viewers. So we have
Yeah.
one agree and two actually for disagree. What about the
Mhm.
others?
What you'd learn about English exams is it doesn't really matter what your opinion is, whether it is positive and you go with the majority or you go against the grain and choose to be a maverick. It doesn't matter as long as you can defend your stand and write well. At the end of the day, it's an English test, not this universe. So I'm seeing more disagree here. Yeah. So maybe we can go with that. All right, I'll just probably give you a few tips on writing your essay before I start the essay writing. This is going to be super rapid since this is just for 20 minutes. Some of the tips I can share with you would be to plan first your essay before you write so that you know exactly what you're going to write when you start the writing process. Another thing would be to not just write a few keywords, but to just make sure that you have already all of the arguments laid out before you, and even your examples, you try to also plan for them so that it's going to be a seamless process. And then once you're done with the writing, you have to edit your work because there is going to be no spell checker, no grammar checker when you're taking the PTE, only the word counter at the bottom of the screen. So it is very important that you type with accuracy and you check your work after because we're humans, we make mistakes, and um, we need to correct all of those mistakes that we make. Okay, there you go. All right. So if you can just help me plan my essay, why do you think is it impossible for AI or artificial intelligence or this form of technology to replace humans completely? Can you give me just two reasons or even just one reason? I'm just going to weave them together. Why do you think are humans irreplaceable? All right. Maybe some of you are thinking of a particular industry. in which artificial intelligence cannot be totally used. Although right now, AI can really replace a lot of the jobs, really.
I have one idea, Sir Brian.
Hmm.
My back hurts. Can AI fix my back problems?
Yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah, in the medical yeah, in the medical field, it like we can talk about that. There are certain occupations that are irreplaceable and must always have a human connection. And a great example of this is, as Sir Irvin said, like my back hurts. How would AI, like, you know, fix that? All right. So, yeah, we could talk about health right here, or medicine, surgery, right? All of those very, uh, or even nursing, right? Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Medicine, surgery, nursing, they can be used to aid people in diagnosing certain diseases, but it's still the judgment call basically of the doctor and the experience of the doctor or the medical professional that will help to really provide an accurate diagnosis. Moreover, sometimes you recover because of that human touch. Can you imagine, right? Like a robot rubbing or, massaging you. Crazy. Okay, so yeah, so we can put all of those examples here. um Anything else, perhaps? Okay, and this is something that I've actually learned. I would want to, probably, if you can't think of an idea, this is something that I've learned recently from one of the speakers that talked to us. And she said that AI is actually just a set of codes and a set of responses to, a programmed response to everything. So innovation, creativity, and all of those things that humans, like the ingenuity of humans, cannot be replaced by AI, because they're just following the commands that were programmed by humans for them to do. So when we talk about creativity, you know, ingenuity, motivation, and all of those things, right? And all of the values that are innate to humans. Not only values, but talents innate to humans, okay? Cannot be replicated by AI, all right? So, yeah. So we're talking about artists here, maybe some we were talking about singers or like performers, right? We will not be amazed by robots dancing, certainly, right? As do humans. Okay, and even innovations in technology might actually be limited. Okay, so there you go. So they will always serve as a tool, but will never replace humans ultimately. All right, so I have 20 minutes. It's 9:38. And let's get on with this because we don't really have that much time. All right. So when you write your essay, just keep it simple because this is PTE. You don't have time for creativity anymore. You only have 20 minutes to finish everything. Let's get started with the intro. Okay. Many people are of the opinion that with the recent innovations in technology, particularly the introduction of artificial intelligence and automation, the world of work, the world of work is changing drastically. Okay? They believe that they fear, I would say, they fear that in the years to come, artificial or this technology will replace humans or human labor totally, which is a view that I completely disagree with. Okay, then let's start with the first argument. Certain occupations are simply irreplaceable by humans. Sorry, but by robots or artificial intelligence. Okay. Um, these include those that require a human touch, such as in the fields of medicine and nursing. In fact, and let's just elaborate, okay? Um, when performing surgery, AI is now currently being used by physicians or surgeons or specialists to more accurately perform the job. But in many instances, um, robots are never used to perform such delicate procedures that involve life and death. That at times involve life and death, as the accountability as human life cannot simply be entrusted or cannot be entrusted to machines alone. In addition, okay, and then let's move on to the next one. Okay, there are fields that require creativity, ingenuity, motivation, values, ethics, and ethics, right? Um, talent or ethics and talents, ethics and talent that are innate to humans, not machines. While AI can now perform many tasks that humans used to painstakingly do, they cannot uh, being programmed by humans too. They're not yet capable of uh, demonstrating um, the endless potential of the human brain, including its genius. Hence, AI will serve as a tool in performing various calculated activities, but will never get into a point when they can already replace humans. The sensitivity and uniqueness of humans. In conclusion, while artificial intelligence and automation have uh, gr- have developed or progressed by leaps and bounds over the past few years, I do not believe that they have come to a point when they can displace humans completely. In a world where humans thrive, live, and thrive, artificial intelligence will only be second best to the human brain. There you go. And we're done. It's 9:44. So I did it in 6 minutes. But let's count the number of words. Of course, we need to write 200 words. Oh, it's already 268. So we're finished. And of course, we just need to edit this out very quickly. So just a final reading. And we are finished. Can you imagine? You don't even need 20 minutes for this or PTE writing task, essay writing. Okay, so let's read the entire thing and let's edit. Many people are of the opinion that with the recent innovations in technology, particularly the introduction of artificial intelligence and automation, the world of work is changing drastically. They fear that in the years to come, this technology will replace human labor totally, which is a view that I completely disagree with. Certain occupations are simply irreplaceable by robots or artificial intelligence. These include those that require a human touch, such as not really a human, but the the human touch, such as in the fields of medicine and nursing. In fact, when performing surgery, AI is now currently being used by specialists to more accurately perform the job. But in many instances, robots are never used to perform. I use the perform, okay, to carry out such delicate procedures that at times involve life and death, as human life cannot be entrusted to machines alone. In addition, there are fields that require creativity, ingenuity, motivation, values, ethics, and talents that are innate to humans, not machines. While AI can now perform many tasks that humans used to painstakingly do, being programmed by humans too, they are not yet capable of demonstrating the endless potential of the human brain, including its genius. Hence, AI will um, let me put only serve as a tool in performing various calculated activities, but will never get into a point where they can already replace the sensitivity and uniqueness of humans. In conclusion, while artificial intelligence and automation have progressed by leaps and bounds over the past few years, I do not believe that they have come to a point, they have come, sorry about that, to a point when they can displace humans completely. In a world where humans live and thrive, artificial intelligence will only be second best to the human brain. There you go. And that's it. 268 words. We're finished. And editing took 3 minutes. All right. So, all in all, 9 minutes for the entire essay. And we're finished. Okay. What do you think, guys?
Guys, remember the title of our Facebook live session for tonight, on the spot PTE writing. So for some people, they think, oh, 2 minutes, 20 minutes, that's too short to come up with an essay of 200 to 300 words. But Sir Brian was able to come up with a 268-word essay in just 6 minutes and additional 2 to 3 minutes for editing. As long as there is a clear outline, then it's easier for you to finish the writing task. You don't write immediately. You have to plan for it first. Just like when you put up a building, right? You don't start building right away. There has to be a blueprint, and that's when you come up with the structure, then the finishing. So that's for our on the spot PTE writing. Now it's time to read some comments. And if you have questions, we are still here to address them. And by the end of the Facebook Live session, we are going to announce the lucky winner for tonight. Before that, we'd like to invite everyone to mark your calendars. Every Monday at 9 p.m., it's AMN Academy. So every first and third Monday of the month, the topic is nursing, and in particular, the next generation NCLEX. But for the second and fourth Monday of the month, the topic is all about the English examinations that are needed when you apply for your US visa screen or license endorsement. It's 9.09er English's turn to talk about IELTS, OET, PTE. Now, if ever you have not jump started anything yet with your US application, kindly send a private message to AMN Healthcare International, or you may also visit their website and send an email. Now, it's time to look at the comments. Marion said it's awesome. And Rhonda Peters, great. Brenda, oh, really amazing. Ninny, wow, that was quick. Amazingly done. Merk, wow. Brenda, I hope you can also do that in the actual test. And then 3 hearts from Ian or Ian. Now, it's 9:49 p.m. Before we announce the lucky winner, we need to ask you guys, which topic would you like us to talk about 2 Mondays from now. So far, we did the on the spot PTE writing for tonight. And 2 weeks ago, we talked about IELTS writing AI powered correction. What else would you like 9.09er English to talk about? Is there anyone here who wants us to talk about the listening subtest? Or do we have anyone who finds reading challenging? Or knowing that speaking is always the most important for nurses going to the United States, do you need more content for speaking? Let us know your thoughts by using the comments section. Now, for our last message from Sir Brian before we pick a lucky winner, what did you do when you prepared for your examination such that you consistently got the perfect grade in all subtests of both IELTS and PTE?
Wow, what a very big question. Wow. Um, the best advice I can give you, and this is what I did in most of the exams that I took. um, I learned the test format and the test design. So these are two different things. Test format means to say how the questions are laid out in the test so that you will be familiar and you will not panic. But more importantly, you have to know how the test is designed. What will the computer look for? What will my IELTS examiners look for in the essays that I'm writing? It is very important that you know coming into the examination what those are so that you will have an upper hand and you can design your output to match that of the computer or the AI or that of your examiners. Regardless of your examination, if you know how you're graded and what the exam will want from you, and these are things that you will learn at 9.09, or don't worry, you will be absolutely safe.
Thank you so much, Sir Brian. Now, let's take a look at some of the comments of our live viewers for their special requests for our topic 2 Mondays from now. Brenda is requesting for speaking. Ian or Ian is also requesting for speaking. Same with Larise and Marian. So most likely that's our topic 2 Mondays from now. But we also have a request for Miss for PTE listening, and this one is from Harris. Okay, Nini is also requesting for speaking, and Mel is also requesting for speaking. So, you are our boss. What we're going to talk about 2 Mondays from now is all about speaking. And since most of you are looking for PTE and IELTS, we give what you want. Now it's time to announce the lucky winner for tonight. Winning a free access for 2 months for our PTE AI powered mock examinations. Guys, congratulations to Miss Brenda Rife Balasabas. Consistently, she commented from the beginning to the end of our session. Usually, what some live viewers do, they just comment in the beginning and then disappear in the middle. But Miss Brenda was consistent from beginning to end. So, Miss Brenda, please don't forget to send me a private message for us to talk about how you can possibly enjoy your free 2 month access to our AI powered mock tests. So I'll respond tomorrow because it's almost 10 p.m. in the Philippines right now. But we'd like to thank everyone who stayed up late, especially for those who are in Asia. If you are in Africa or in other parts of the globe, enjoy the rest of your day. Once again, this is AMN Healthcare International, AMN Academy, and 9.09er English for your weekly dose of free lectures for both NCLEX and English examinations. We wish everyone a good night and we'll see you in our next Facebook Live session. Bye!